What's up, everybody? Gizmo Dragon here, and we're bringing you the next episode in this series of us talking about bullshit in the AC multiplayer. And this time we're going to cover kill ranges and kills and just mostly things to deal with all the kills, in the killing. And of course, Santiago's here with me. Zanti, say hi again!
Hi again.
But yeah, last time in the last episode, you guys know we talked about a bunch of mechanics, a bunch of the free running, all that crap, and well, we're just gonna cover nothing but killing this time around, and some other things that are still revolved around killing.
Yeah, all around killing.
Yeah, and we don't know how long this will go. If it goes all the way through, we might have to do 2 episodes worth of killing because there's a lot of shit to cover. Yeah, the very first thing we want to cover though is what I personally really want to see addressed in the Assassin's Creed multiplayer is kill range. Not kill range by just the basic kill range by, oh, I can reach out and touch that
where
guy.
you get a prompt, not exactly that.
Not that exactly. More like you're chasing down this guy, and as you continue chasing him without hot pursuit, without anything, you gradually get closer and you jump on top of their face. So I thought this was something that was only in AC3, but it seems like the only reason we really notice it in AC3 is because there is this so-called lag fix at Ubisoft. They don't really identify it, but I know this is exactly what they were talking about when they say they had a fix kind of thing for lag, and it's the whole force pulling, the mass amount of force pulling. And
yeah, because basically we tested it out because we thought that on AC3 your range was increased when you were chasing after somebody, but we went back to Brotherhood and it seems to be the same, but I feel like we've all experienced this when we're running from somebody and we just feel like we cannot get away because we get pulled back immediately. So
there's just it seems like there's a lot less room for error. There's not even error. It's just you can't escape. Like, what is the reason of us having all these brand new perks that allow us to escape faster if we can't even fucking run away in a straight line at times? But apparently it is an ACB. We didn't even notice that. But because of this force lag thing, this force pulling, it's so much more worse in AC3. I mean, all of you know about it. All of you have gone up a wall and all of a sudden you're yanked all the way down, like time is reversed. You never even ran up that fucking wall. No, you're back on the ground over there, and they would kill you or or through walls. That was since ACR, and you could tell that it was the server and it was the whole player thing trying to catch up with each other. Like, he pressed a button, but something with lag screwed it up, and apparently you didn't press the button until you were down the hallway, and it looked like you died with invisible people.
In AC3, chases are just really weird, and I don't know, like, personally, if I'm in a chase, I rarely get even a chance of going into a chase breaker. It's just meh.
Yeah,
I guess because they just
times.
basically introduced this way to fix lag that is just terrible for the game.
Yeah, because
a lot of ways.
But basically, I just think it's just their lazy way of making it so that the player's connection can catch up with the other player's connection if there is a lag issue, and I don't like that. I don't like forcing a game's mechanics to try to fix for lag. That's not a fix for lag, and it's not a good thing, especially in competitive. We need to have we need to have a constant in this game. We need to have a constant outcome.
AC multiplayer, it's like right now, AC3, it feels like the only game we're having the shittiest internet possible is actually a good thing. Because what the game does, it would force all the players to deal with it, and the guy with the bad internet, he's free to go. He doesn't notice it. He has no issues. But the rest of the people in the lobby, they get, all the technical difficulties, and they get the pullback because it's their way to fix lag. And apparently they think that it's a way to, make everyone's experience better,
and
but
fair.
It's quite the opposite.
Yeah, because in ACB, you used to be able to run away from people very, very easily. Like, if you wanted to run up this wall and then wall eject, there was no fucking acro gun to smack you in the face because of that force pulling shit.
No full backing in
Yeah,
general. It's
there's
just
nothing like that. I mean, of course, occasionally it would happen, but that was heavy amounts of lag. You could actually escape your pursuers in ACB. On AC3, it seems like
exactly.
it's not even remotely possible. You go through a chase breaker, like let's say you're in artifact assault and you go for that chase breaker right there. You're in the chase breaker. You actually jump out of it on your screen. But no, it rewinds time and the guy does that animation where he just jumps on top of your body and you're dead. And you
And
go in.
there's like a slides and just breaks your neck, and it's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, and
It's
and you
just
can see it happen on your screen. Like they're sliding through the chase breaker, and chase breaker opens for them, and just
yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, no, he's gonna kill you. I'm sorry, is what the
Yeah, I'm
chase
pretty
breaker's
sure
telling
all
you.
of us have experienced this whole Glag fix thing because even this, for example, these slide kills. Yeah, you see them when you get slide killed. But on AC3, it's the first game where you can actually see your character, you, is slide killing somebody else.
Yeah,
Like you can see. It was not like it was you is sliding into it. And I'm like, okay, I didn't deserve that kill, but I'll take it. So
so
it's just
we just want to see because that just makes it. It's just bullshitty. We want to see a pretty constant outcome in the game. It's like in ACB, if you ran through this chase breaker, you ran through it and you were gone. It's like there's no if ands about it. You didn't get slide or bullshitted through. It happened. But on AC3, it wasn't so sure. It's like, are you gonna make it through here? You might not. It's
yeah,
there's too many random outcomes. We need to have a constant because if this game's gonna be competitive, we need everything to be constant and the same. It's like if this
exactly.
smoke bomb drops, it needs to work. If this happens, this needs to work.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, is it gonna work this time? Is it not? Ooh, I wonder what's gonna happen. Will I get lucky? No, we need a game to be constant, a game to, be the same for everybody and every time. And I feel like the whole lag fix, it's not a good thing from a programming side of things. Like, it's better to work on better mechanics and fair mechanics for the game and for everybody than to be like, let's fix lag. Because at the end, Ubisoft cannot really fix the internet. You'll work on getting better servers later. It's like, for now, work on getting good mechanics and focus on that, because
Yeah, because it also
that's what
brought
we
in a lot
need.
of crappy things like that whole acro gun thing. Like you have people climbing and you're standing on top of the rooftop and you just take down every single one of the people on there and they can't eject from it. They can't do shit, and the animation is really fast and you just can sit there on top of the roof killing every single one of those motherfuckers. And that's not possible in the other two games, and it's complete bullshit. And that in itself is one of the force pulling bullshits that we have to deal with, and it's stupid.
Yeah, so yeah, now that we're talking about the Acro gun, it's just I don't really know why it's there. Again, it was one of those things that they have in the game to attempt to fix lag, attempt to make the game look less laggy for everybody. I think it looks even worse, but I don't know,
Yeah, it looks
whatever.
completely laggy as hell as your body
Yeah,
turns to
but
jelly
it's
and you get
just
shot with an invisible
it's not
gun.
good. I guess I mean, like you said, there are some situations where this guy on top of the roof, he can like kill 4 or 5 people
Or
coming up to
climbing
him.
up.
It's like it's it shouldn't be in the game.
It shouldn't.
It's a really bad thing to have this lag fixes, and I feel it's just a really fast kill animation. You shouldn't be able to get 2 kills
Within
in the same amount of
in the
time
same
that
second.
the rest of the people get 1 kill. It's like you shouldn't be able to do that. Like in ACB and ACR, what you would do is if you were on top of the roof, you would jump on them, and it's like, yeah, okay, you have the advantage from being up the wall and you get the kill. It was a slower animation, and now you are not on the rooftop anymore, so you have the disadvantage. But here, you can't just stay on a rooftop for, I don't know, 2 minutes and just shoot people, like bam, bam, bam. It's just
Yeah, so
retarded.
they didn't nerf rooftops. They kind of made them stronger with that. I mean, before at least you were getting off of the rooftop, and then a lot of players didn't know that you could grab back onto the wall. They would just fall all the way to the ground.
Yeah, it's all the way
Yeah, and
down.
at that point, that was the only way you could get multiple kills on people climbing a wall, anyways, because you would have to, press the prompt, and then you slide, you would jump, and then you grab onto the wall, then you kill
Yeah,
the
and then
other
you grab
person climbing
again, and
up.
then you kill the other guy.
Yeah, and
But
then
like
from
here,
there,
you
wall
just
eject.
make it easy for everybody. Just shoot, shoot, done.
Yeah, but
And
if
it's
you weren't
just
smart about it, it's like it's rewarding people for just standing up there. That should not be there. It doesn't
yeah,
make sense.
there's so many things wrong about the Acro gun. It's it's a lag fix. That's wrong. It's there to make things easier for everybody. That's worse, and it doesn't work. It just no bad
Just no
bad
more
bad
force
bad.
pulling fixes
No
for
more no
lag.
more Acro gone.
Yeah,
Play.
this is all. This is probably the most aggravating things in the game, at least to me, because it affects a lot of situations. And getting pulled back from anything, from jumping on a roof off into another roof, and then all of a sudden you're floppy jelly. No, 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 no. We don't need this.
Yeah.
So
So moving to the next one. What is it? I don't know.
kill animations. So
All right.
all right. Everybody knows that when you kill somebody, let's go with ACB kills. When you kill somebody in ACB, your camera, let's say you're running at this person who's right in front of you. Your camera's facing front side, just it's facing directly forward. And after you perform the kill animation, the whole kill cam where it's all dynamic and pretty and awesome, um, at the end of it, your camera is facing normally it's always facing the same direction you started that kill animation in. So, but in AC3 they changed it to where now when it goes into that dynamic camera angle, like the red coat does that spinny sword kill, or the
Or
independent
the
jumps on you,
independent.
does that I'm gonna jump on your shoulder and I'm gonna axe you in the neck kind of deal. Your camera angle faces a completely different or opposite direction from where it was originally. Now that
Yeah, like you get like lost for like a split second, and that can be really bad, competitive match.
Yeah, because if you know there's somebody approaching you in this certain direction while you're killing, then you could easily turn and lock them or do whatever you needed to because you knew they were coming from that direction. But if your camera or if your character is completely facing somewhere else, there's nothing you can do about it. Because in a lot of situations when I deal with that, I just toss my camera all the way up into the air and face my character like I'm facing them from the air because I can't handle it. I mean, there's no way for me to face somebody who I can't see because my camera just swings to another position. It makes no sense. I know it's cool looking and stuff, and it makes sense that, your
Yeah.
camera's somewhere else, but I don't care if it looks weird and glitchy if they blip back to where they were supposed to be, or at least the camera is in the right angle. I don't care if I'm facing another direction. As long as the
Yeah,
camera's
it
in the
doesn't
right
matter
angle.
if it looks weird. It's better for the game, it's better for the players, and it's more constant, as we said. We need the game to be constant every single time, not like random things and random camera angles every time you kill somebody.
Because it is different for every single character. Because some characters, people with the pole will do that spinny, spinny, spinny thing from the what was his name? The Guardian or whatever his name was in ACR. That one spinny animation. Yeah, it's just different. Some do that, or some just jump on your back and kill you like that, and the camera angle doesn't change. And that's also a little bit unfair between characters. It's like, oh, I can't play with this character, but I have to play with the one that will mess up my camera. It's detrimental to people who are in competitive matches and they need to kill people. It's really
Yeah.
hard, and it's just unnecessary. So yeah, that's basically what we see from that. What do we have next here? Oh, okay. So soft locking. Let's talk about soft
Oh,
locking.
soft locking.
All right, I'm gonna describe to you guys what soft locking is. Everybody knows what your normal lock is. You hold down your lock button, and then it does a whole little animation, and then it locks onto whoever has a little key indicator above their heads. All right, that's normal locking. Okay, so but before you do any of that, you always have the soft lock, which is a highlight around all the personas that are near you, except for your own persona, which is only an AC3. Um, and that normally allows you to just tap and get the lock on those guys. So that's what it is. It's just I guess a side lock kind of deal that you have whenever you're near an NPC. So it just allows you to interact with players without using the lock. And that's
Yeah, it's
been in
just
since the
the
original.
quick tap L1 and then it just locks. It's the one without aiming down. When the camera doesn't zoom in, it's like the lock without doing that.
So yeah, so here's what is the problem with it. In AC3, it seems like it's almost impossible to soft lock the wrong person. Santiago and I did a little test. We decided to get in the same exact blend group and just blend and walk around. And throughout that whole time we were blended, no matter where our cameras were facing, facing backwards, frontwards, almost not even on them. And the soft lock,
Even aiming the lock on the other characters in the blend group.
the soft lock would still be
Um,
there.
Gizmo's character was always the one highlighted on my screen.
And that's and you know that is revealing, that is Ubisoft purposely revealing the persona for you. That's, and it constantly happens because if you know, you all of you know that you're sitting there blending and all of a sudden this guy just runs up to you, locks onto you instantly, and he gets the correct lock, and you don't know why, or they just or you're playing Wanted and some guy kills you, and it's them. It's that fucking soft lock that Ubisoft put it in to help players pick out the right person. That is complete bullshit. It should never ever do that. This game is about being able to pick out people and being able to hide correctly too. Before, it was kind of a 50-50 chance because you would have blender and it would blend and make another person. And, you know, you had to choose, and if you fucked up because your dumbass ran in there and just started spamming square. And now you actually can do that and be successful. You should not be successful in running into blend groups and just pressing square because the soft lock decides, hey, this guy seems like the right person. Let me just do this for you, is what Ubisoft is saying.
Yeah, and I don't know, for Gizmo, you don't really play Wolfpack, but I played it a couple times. And in Wolfpack, you can notice it you locked onto so for example, there's one of the NPCs. He always has blender. So you lock one of them. If you walk in the blend group and you spam a square, you will always kill the right one. Even if you're locked onto the fake one, it would make you lock the right person. And basically it does it on every single game mode. It doesn't matter who you're locked onto. The lock system, for some reason, it's very automatic, and it just unreveals players every single time, and it's just dumb.
It's unfair, and it's like, oh, what's the point of even hiding? And that's pretty much what AC3 has become. There is no point in hiding. There is none. There's no point in having revealing. There's nothing. It just breaks apart the basic principles of the multiplayer and, for hell, of the original series. But it was even in ACB. I'm not sure if anybody ever noticed, but it was very, very subtle in ACB. It's the same situation. You'd be in a walking blend group, and all of a sudden this guy runs up to you, and he kills you, without even trying to lock. That's because I normally encounter this a lot. It's when somebody starts a chase with you, normally when they're almost near your blend group, and right when they start that chase, they get the soft lock on you and can kill you. And that's the only situation I've ever experienced on ACB where that happened.
On ACB, it's you either you either use the lock system, or your chances are you're gonna get fucked. If your target is in a blend group, you can kill an NPC, you can kill the wrong one. On AC3, I mean, I have never seen anybody kill an NPC by mistake. It's
it's because normally when people kill NPCs, it's just like, oh no, I just was not paying attention. I spaced out. That shouldn't be the only time where that happens. No, if you truly I know I've made a mistake. I know I've hard locked something, and I know that I should have killed the NPC, but I end up killing the right person. I don't like that. I don't like being given the kill. I want to be rewarded, and I want to be punished for my actions in this game. And there's nothing wrong with being punished in this game. It doesn't make you want to quit the game. It doesn't make you want to go, oh, fuck this game. I never get the right person.
It just makes you want to get better at it. I think that was one of the best things about Brotherhood. You would mess up. I still mess up in Brotherhood, and I still learn new things in Brotherhood and everything. It rewarded you and it punished you in really good ways. And it's just here, I don't really see any punishment for killing the wrong person, locking the wrong one, or just being wrong in any situation. It's doesn't matter what happens, chances are you're gonna get away with it in AC3, which is not cool.
It's not cool at all to get away with such things. It's just too lenient. And, I remember starting off in ACB, and I remember how many times I got pissed off that I killed an NPC. I was like, why can't I find anybody? And I couldn't find anybody. It's it made no sense. I'm like, what is the point of playing this game? And eventually I learned. And eventually I got used to the game. I found out why there's firecrackers. I found out how to push people in smoke bomb, how to use morph against other people's morph groups. And that is how you learn, and that is how the game should be. You should learn and be rewarded for learning and being experienced in those situations. So soft locking overall, just let's not have it so automatic. I mean, let people fuck up. Let people choose
Yeah,
the wrong
exactly. It's like
person.
even an AC, it even started an ACR. I don't because basically in ACR, if you would see a blind group, if you would just tap L1 one time, you would always get the right guy. You didn't have to know who it was. You didn't have to use the line of sight trick. You would just tap L1, and the game would make you lock the right person.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's a lot of
That's
tricks people do in Assassinate. It's like, oh, you wonder why they always get the right lock? Well, it's because they just have to
they
softly
just tap
lock the heads
L1.
of your motherfucking blend group, and they'll know which one it is. Because it
Yeah.
does identify the very first
It's like
persona you
an
see.
ACB you actually had to know, and an AC like the other day that we were testing things out, it was like it was nice to be able to lock what we wanted to lock
Yep.
because an AC3 just makes you lock the right person right away, and with the whole for um, auto locking and it's just everything. The lock system is just very automatic now in general, and
Yeah,
you
and that
can't
was due to
there's
everybody
not really point
complaining.
on using it because
Yeah, because
there's no reward for using it right, and there's no punishment for doing it wrong, so
yeah,
it's
there's nothing
pointless.
wrong with the original lock in ACB. Everybody kept complaining about it for some reason. We don't know why. It's just because in ACB it's literally exactly what you pointed at, and it's like I remember I'm like, hold on, Zanti, let me lock you so we can get this shit done. And I
Yeah,
couldn't lock him because it's like I'm not used to it. But when I did get used to it way back when we were all playing ACB like crazy, yeah, you get rewarded for learning how to actually lock onto the person you're trying to lock onto. Now it just does the general direction you pointed at, and normally the right
yeah. I feel
person.
like the only thing I could complain about ACB's lock system was the zoom camera. It was very slow, and it would zoom in a lot, but it wasn't really that bad. But like
Yeah,
here, it's just I don't know. The lock system is really bad right now, and it needs to be improved
I just wish people
a
didn't
lot.
complain so much and have it completely overhauled to what we have now, just automatic lock. And there's some people who still complain. I'm like, well, that's your own fault. I'm sorry. There's nothing
Yeah.
that can be done for you if you can't lock at
Like,
this
I just
point.
killed an NPC. What the fuck is wrong with this game? Like,
No,
yeah. Well,
dude,
you
just
fucked
learn
up.
how to use your analog sticks.
Yeah.
But okay, let's go into what we have on here. We have contested kills and merged buttons. So,
Yeah.
you guys know where this is gonna go.
Con- Contested
So,
kills. All
yeah,
right.
Zanti, why don't you take it over the contested kills thing? Because I know you.
Oh, you
Yeah,
want me
you
to
go for
rage?
it.
Okay. So, yeah, we all know what it is. So, in ACR, basically, one of the biggest complaints about Brotherhood was people that spotted their pursuer and they would try to stun them, but basically, they would get in the animation, but you get no points, you get no reward for even pointing them out, and then the other person would just get a full points kill. So people complain about this a lot, and Ubisoft felt like, okay, we're gonna give you a little bit something when you point at your pursuer, and contested kills were born, and I fucking hate them with such a passion.
See,
They were supposed to, reward people, or at least, yeah, I guess reward people for pointing out their pursuers and punish players for being obvious. But it got to be one of the most annoying things about the game because basically every kid in their fucking mouth. Apparently, everybody's a genius about pointing out pursuers, but they're not smart enough to use abilities or the environment to stun them. So pretty much every match, every game now is contested kills galore, and it's just really annoying. And then you have, people that actually work for their kills and they get magically contested in the last second. And it's just ruining everybody's experiences and just, punishing people for, I don't know, and rewarding people for being stupid.
yeah,
So, whatever.
it's just what they did was they're just adding more pity points into this. There's no point in even trying to be sneaky anymore because we remember in ACR, it's like, oh, everybody started to be sneaky because we had this meter, but then we noticed it didn't even work because every time we went to go kill somebody, contested kill would fucking hack our score into pieces. It could have been 1,000 point score, and now we have to go for what 150 points. That was utterly retarded,
Yeah.
and that doesn't make things stealthier, and it doesn't reward anybody. It just punishes the killer, and the person who got killed shouldn't be getting points at all because he got killed. If he had time to identify who it was and actually react and do something instead of just pressing one button, then he would have done it and he would have survived. If not, then that's his own fault. I mean,
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I feel like AC multiplayer is the only game right now that rewards people for fucking dying. How is it possible that you're getting 100 points for dying? That is the thing that I'm just like, why do we have contested kills in this game? I don't know what it is, but I mean, whatever. And it's just, I feel like the reverse detection meter, I don't mind it that much, but reverse detection meter with contested kills, it's just a freaking waste, and it just ruins it. I mean, I wouldn't mind the reverse detection meter if there wasn't such a thing as contested kills, but now there's no point on working for a silent bonus or a hidden because you're just gonna get contested. That's why AC3 is the way it is right now, because there's no point on taking your time because you're gonna get your points stolen no matter what you do. So now what everybody does is go fucking reckless, just get the lamest amount of points in every kill and just
And it doesn't
chain
even
kill streaks.
matter.
And that's what
It doesn't
AC3
even
is
give
right
you
now.
it still gives you points anyways because it's now even though it's a contested kill, you'll still get the ambush bonus or you'll still get whatever that will happen. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, well, I got a contested kill, it cut my points in half, but you're still giving me bonuses? This makes no sense. What do you want to do here? Do you want me to be punished? Do you want me to be rewarded?
Yeah.
Basically, it's just pity. It's
Why
all
is it
pity
even there?
for everything. It's like, well, I'm gonna chase this guy down. Well, here's some free points since you got contested because he obviously knew who it was.
Yeah, and because of this whole mechanic, I feel like the AC multiplayer is just not what AC is about. It's not about hiding anymore, as you said earlier, and it's not about being sneaky and stealthy anymore. It's just let me be reckless, let me use shield through your smoke bomb and shoot you, and still get a bunch of points and streaks and blah 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 and ambush
And it's
bonuses.
still
It's like
game first
okay,
place. And what it
there's
did
just no
was
point.
it pretty much put everybody at equal footing. What players used to be not any kind of close to being, you didn't have to worry about this guy in the lobby because it's like, oh, no, he sucks at this game. I remember him in ACB. There's no problem. And then you see him in AC3, and you're sitting here, it's like, how the fuck does he have 10,000 points and I only have 7K? It's done that to this
Yeah.
game. That's exactly what it's done to this game. It doesn't reward anybody for skill anymore. It just rewards you for knowing generally how to press buttons and having moderate hand-eye coordination, which makes this into a very very casual game, which and fair for everybody.
Yeah, it's just a casual game, and I mean, it's fun, whatever. But I think most of us want this game to. We want to see this game in like a competitive scene and at least being fun for competitive play. Because I don't know, but I get so bored of beating up on noobs. But I feel like AC3 doesn't have that competition aspect to it. On ACB, you could easily point out a good player, and you'll be like, yeah, this guy's good. But I don't know. Here it's just, you mean no. It's like everybody's just I don't there might be a lot of good players out there that join on ACR, but you don't really see them because we're all on equal ground and it doesn't matter if you understand the game. There's it doesn't really matter because you're not going to be able to use that to your advantage. You're going to get fucked over because of mechanics that are there to help the new people and probably the people that just play this game, I don't know, 2 times a week,
Yeah,
three
and then there's
times
one
a
big. I
month.
mean, come on, you can tell that all this shit is on purpose too, because there's one big, freaking loss streak that you notice that allows you to fucking, gain for being, losing and dying is fucking minor hack. It's like, oh, congratulations, you
Yep.
died and you get 100
You
point.
died 5 times in a fucking row. You didn't get a freaking stun or kill,
It's like,
and you
here,
died
free
5 times in a
kill.
row. Here you go, a free kill button that's
You
gonna give
should
you a
not
lot of
ever. And
points.
yeah, and it's like, wait, can bonuses be attached to minor hacks? Oh, fuck
Yeah, you get
that.
ambush. You can get ambush, savior, extreme variety, streak,
Yeah,
minor
fuck
hack.
that. No, you
Yeah.
should not be given a free kill for being a loser. No, I'm sorry. Like if you're doing bad, be punished. I'm sorry. If you're not good, the world is how it is. You're either good at something or you're not that good or you just suck at it. So if you just suck at it, just let it happen. Let it be. Don't try to make it equal for everybody. There's no point. And I know Ubisoft is trying to go in directions to make this into a competitive multiplayer. So if they are gonna do this, there's gonna need to be some major changes in a lot of this pity that they're giving to players.
Yeah, big changes because they just need to focus the game on rewarding people and not like let's
Because
help
yeah, that's
everybody.
bullshit. All right,
No.
so we're kind of getting off topic of original.
Yeah. All right, so now let's talk about
Yeah, this
the
this will
merge
probably be our
button.
last subject. The merge button. So what they did in ACR, they decided. Wait, was it ACR? No, it's Oof, I'm sorry, I'm getting so confused. Getting. Yeah, right.
You're dumb as shit.
In AC3, they decided, hey, we're gonna get rid of the B and circle prompt, which is a stunning button, and we're just gonna merge it together because apparently, people have issues when they need to differentiate between people in blend. It was like they thought people were being exposed in blend groups because the prompt would veer above their head and it wouldn't be an X. It would be. I mean, it wouldn't be.
It
It
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
be a
a
kill prompt. It
square
would
or
be a
X. It
B.
would be a
Yeah.
B or a circle.
And Ubisoft thought that revealed you way too much, and it was really unnecessary. Instead of just removing all prompts completely or something, or making them all X's, I don't know. They decided, hey, we're just gonna move both these buttons onto one thing. So I thought this was okay. I thought how the fuck was this gonna work in Assassinate because we're gonna be spamming one button to do different things. Yeah, it did present all the issues that we thought was what was gonna happen in AC3. Basically, in situations where you need to kill this guy and the person who is your pursuer is running it, there's no fucking priority anymore. Before, if you have, let's say, you're an assassinate and you stun this motherfucker. You're about to kill this guy, right? And he's stunned on the ground. But you notice your pursuer coming at you. So what you do is you pop smoke and you want to stun your pursuer first. You want to get him out of the way before you kill this guy. But you know what the game does? It decides, oh no, I'm gonna choose the priority for you. Since you can't differentiate between a stun and a kill, you would end up either killing one guy or stunning the other guy, but you wouldn't choose. You can't choose anymore. And no one knows the exact priority between it because when you run, of course, you have the high profile, and that has priority in killing prompts. And then if you have somebody stunned, that also has a priority for some reason. I have no idea why, but of course,
Killing is priority in this game apparently, because basically, people complained on ACR about the game being too focused towards defense and the whole B prompt. I didn't like the whole stun prompt in ACR, and I know what they wanted to do with the merge button. I really understand, what they wanted to do with this mechanic, but I feel like for what they wanted to do, this is not the right way to do it. They should just have, the kill prompt about everybody's head, and then that's it. You have a stun on B and then kill on X or square and circle, whatever your platform is. But here it's the whole thing that we talked about in the latest episode about free running. It's just limiting more people over and over and over. If an experienced player, yeah, everybody knows what a stun and a kill is. It's like, yeah, we have a bunch of 13-year-old kids playing this game, but they still know how to freaking press a square and circle. Like, they're not stupid. You don't need to put everything on the same button. So if a good player, they know it, and they know that it's better to get the stun before the kill. For example, in deathmatch, like, when all this news about AC3 came out, I was like, okay, what about in deathmatch? You poison your target, and then you have your pursuer coming to you, and you're disguised. You want to go for the stun, and in ACR you could perfectly do it. But here the game makes you take your own freaking poison, and then you die. So it's like, okay,
yeah.
just limit my gameplay even more. I totally wanted to do that. It's like, let me do what I want to do. I don't really know why they did it. I think it's just a big, big,
I mean, it's
big
I we
mistake.
all know what I mean. They did try to get rid of the whole you can notice this little prompt above somebody's head in a blend group thing, but that is literally one little issue that you decided to overhaul a whole mechanic and change everything about the game to try to compensate for that little issue when you could probably find something a little bit more clever to fix that issue. And it wouldn't be so bad. I mean, we can probably deal with the whole merge button thing if there was not a weird thing of people having priorities at running at you or whatever. Or even though you're locked onto this person, you'll still be able to stun this guy. It makes no sense. There's no priority whatsoever. It's just a game deciding, no, you're going to do this action because you're pressing a button right now. So you're going to, I don't care if there's two people right
Yeah,
here.
you
I'm
have
going to
you
choose
have
for
no
you.
choice. Like, yeah, you have no choice, and that's just, I mean, having the game choosing what you want to do instead of the player. It's just the worst thing that game could possibly
And
be
then
and do and
it's in
what. It's
several
just
levels of it too,
horrible.
because you have locks. It's like, oh, you don't get to choose what you want to lock anymore. It does that for you. It doesn't allow you to choose what you want to soft lock. It does that for you. And then when you're about to kill
It,
or stun somebody, it does that shit for you. And now it runs walls
yeah.
for you too. No more automatic. We can't do this automatic shit anymore.
Yeah, like can we have like freedom? Can we please have the power to choose what we want to do in the game? Because I know Ubisoft, they're just trying to, take the freaking new players with their hands and just,
Hey, come on,
take
I'll
them
take you
all
to
around the game. It's like,
Assassin's Creed
no,
Land.
take it, yeah. No, let them freaking play. It's like I guess Ubisoft thinks that people are gonna get annoyed by the game and stop playing it. No, learning how to play a game is probably one of the most fun things that you can do in a multiplayer. I know I loved it in Brotherhood, getting to understand the game and learning everything and getting my ass kicked. And till this day, I still like learning a bunch of new things. But I don't want this freaking game to keep telling me what to do or like doing things for me or locking things for me, getting the kills that I'm not trying to go for. It's like, come on,
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
it's starting to feel like, ACB used to feel like chess. It's like some people can play it, some people actually got into it and they learned, and after losing a bunch of times they actually got really good at chess. And then, AC3 came out, and that's basically now Mario Party. Where it's Mario
Yeah,
Party.
it's like everybody's
It's like, oh,
having.
anybody can win. Anybody can get amount of stars, and anybody can win. It's stupid, and it's so close to being nothing but random outcomes. Like if you're in a lobby full of all high
Yeah,
prestiges, and they're all playing the most random game there is, deathmatch. There's it might not always be the same person winning. Everybody's on pretty much equal skill level. There's nothing. You won't see a difference.
yeah. It doesn't matter if you understand the game. It doesn't matter if you know what you're doing. You don't have it. Everybody has the same chances. I guess people are like, oh, that's good. Everybody has the same fun. But I feel like I guess Ubisoft doesn't realize the big potential that this game has for competitive play. So if you actually focus on rewarding people, I think that would make it great. I guess it's that they don't realize how
Yeah.
awesome this game could be, that they just don't want to work on things and they just want to, make it as easy as possible for everybody. But I don't know. I think they should just focus on rewarding and punishing the good and the wrong, I guess, moves,
Yeah,
playstyles, or
because they keep
whatever.
going off and trying to make this game appeal to new people. It's like, well, you're also losing a bunch of people who would continue to buy your games just on the competitive aspect. I know I would, and eventually your game's gonna die off because you won't have any. I don't see any replayability in AC3 sometimes because I've been stopped playing constantly lately because I only just now started playing again because the game there's no appeal. I don't
Yeah.
want to play it again. And old games like fucking Ocarina of Time and shit like that. That's still people still pick that game up to play it mainly because it didn't fucking hold your hand throughout the whole fucking game, and it was fun and appealing throughout the whole fucking
Yeah.
thing. So it's just what Santiago said. It's just we know that they want to pick up new players and appeal to other people and junk, but it's nowhere to go with an automatic game and competitive
Yeah. I
play.
feel like, yeah, I mean, the new people, they're gonna play no matter what. Like, they don't know what the ladder is. They don't care about that. So it's like good players, like the newbies, the casual gamers, and they enjoy Brotherhood too. I mean, Brotherhood was full of fucking people, and yeah, they enjoy ACR as well. But the competitive gamers, they don't enjoy AC3 as much. It's like, why not try to please as many people as possible? The casual gamers, they're happy with just being able to stab each other and whatever cool kill animations. And then the competitive players, give us some more better mechanics, give us a rewarding game towards the skill. That's I mean, I feel like that should be their focus for the upcoming
Yeah.
multiplayer
But
games.
yeah, guys, we've gone on for almost about like an hour now, so we have we have a bunch of other stuff to cover, like freaking stun streaks, kill buffers, ground finishes, hay bales. We have a
Yeah,
lot to cover just in kills, and we've already kind of
so yeah, sorry about going super long on this episode, but we had to cover
and
as
we
much
will
things
we
as
will
possible.
these are rants, so we will go on tangents about how we feel about this game. And just remember,
Yeah.
guys, we were trying to just make it overall better, mostly for competitive. We really hope to have this as a very good competitive game. So if you guys have any opinions, just throw them in the comments. We saw all your ones from the last time, and you guys are adding ideas to what we need to talk about. So just keep doing that, and we will keep bringing you these episodes, trying every Saturday. So trying. We're
Yeah,
kind of
we'll
late
try,
today.
but yeah. Thanks for the feedback. I really we really appreciate the feedback that we got on the last episode. So I know this one was pretty long. That's what she said, but I hope you guys watch
Yeah,
the
so-
full thing.
Yeah, me and Santiago,
Yeah.
we gonna say bye, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.